Hello and welcome everyone, I'm Blue Banana and this is Kingdom Come Deliverance by Warhorse Studios. It's a medieval game, it's still in alpha, it's the pretty early access version, and I'm gonna put up all the information on screen, well, what's currently available. And yeah, I'm gonna play that because it looked awesome at the E3, and I really wanted to test the gameplay. And yeah, it kind of intrigued me. So without further ado, let's just jump into the game. And I explain everything on the way. As you can see, it has a pretty quick load time. That's because the game isn't really finished yet, and it's really small for the time being. But look at that! It looks pretty awesome. As you can see, it's a first-person game that tries to combine, well, games like Skyrim and when it comes down to the gameplay and the storytelling of The Witcher and the complexity and the let's say the unforgivingness, if this is even a word, of what's it called, Dark Souls. Yeah. So as you can see, it's a pretty medieval world. It plays in Bohemia. That's a part of the Czech Republic nowadays. And it plays in 1403, if I'm not mistaken, where a war has broken out, and you're the son of a blacksmith that somehow gets involved in all of this. There are multiple quests that have multiple endings, or multiple solutions, so you have the choice. You often have the choice how to solve a problem. You don't always have to kill someone. You don't always need to be. I want this hatchet. You don't always need to solve stuff by violence. You can be sneaky, you can be persuasive, you can, be, I don't know, the noble guy and always help everyone. You can be the stealthiest broke bastard that's what kind of steals everything. So there is a lot of things that you can and cannot do. Keep in mind, this is an early tech alpha, 0.4. I kind of put up all the stuff that it's implemented yet on the screen, but I can't stress it enough that this is not the finished product. There will be a beta available in later in 2015. That's their plan, and I think the release is planned in summer 2016. I'm not 100% sure. It kind of focus on realism and making a believable world. All the characters that you see don't really have a set schedule, but they have an AI, like a priority system. So, while the blacksmith over there might be in his blacksmith during the day, in the evening he'll go to the pub, but if there is no space in the pub because it doesn't have, because all the tables are completely, full, then he won't go to the pub and sit somewhere else instead, or go to bed or something like that. So he has a priority system. I've been playing this, I think, 2 or 3 times now. It kind of is a bit unstable, so it crashes sometimes, and you can't currently talk to everyone and stuff like that, so that's a bit disappointing. But yeah, it's an alpha. That's just it. So I think I'll show you some of the first quests that I've found so far. As I said, it's a pretty... it doesn't have that much content yet, but as I said, there are multiple solutions, and I want to show you one possible solution of a quest. Before I do that, I'm gonna open up the map, so we'll see where I'm heading. This is the small village that I just walked through. As you can see, there's the blacksmith, and I zoom out. It's Samopash. I'm not sure if I pronounced it correctly. I'm not good at, Czech, but still. And that's the whole area that you can currently play. And if you move around, that's the whole area that will be implemented in the game. So there is a small fraction here, but still. Press M again for the map, and you get your inventory stuff. You can look at your horse, but we don't have one. The quest log, pretty obvious. We don't have quests at the moment. Crafting, I don't think it's implemented yet, but they will do it. And these are the locations. So let's close this down. And let's see if I can show you some combat in this episode as well. So as I said, I recorded, I think, 2 episodes, but I deleted them both because I wasn't really satisfied with how they turned out. The other problem is that there is no saving at this current point. So, yeah, I have to kind of record everything in one sitting, but I don't really have the time to sit down for 5 or 6 hours and record. Also, yeah, as I said, the game crashed, sadly. You can also play with the controller. I can just directly switch to the controller and just move around with the controller. As you can see, it's a bit slower. But I'm not a huge fan of playing with a controller, so I'm kind of opposed to that. But on the other hand, combat is way better with the controller. I can tell you that much. The UI is pretty simplistic, as you can see at the moment. We just have our compass at the top end of the screen, and at the bottom is our HP and the stamina bar. As you might notice, if I sprint, my stamina goes down. That's pretty simple. It's just standard standard way of playing. By the way, if I press Y on the controller, you can summon your mount. As you can see, it's X to mount. You can also just use the controller and use Y to mount it with an Xbox 360 controller. That's how I play at the moment. You can gallop with your horse, travel a bit faster. But as you can see, it's still a bit buggy. But yeah, that's how you would control it with a control it with the controller. Let's get off the horse for now. Get off our high horse, and see what this village is all about. And as you can see, I'm now arrived in Merhoyet. I really can't pronounce these names. I switched back to the keyboard. I like this a bit more. You can see the mouse is a bit faster and looking around, as it always is. And I like this in first-person games a bit better. You will see that the combat is a bit more interesting with the controller. But let's talk to this guy over here. I know he gives a quest. So, why the long face?
What happened? Oh, no, just that last Sunday, me and my wife were supposed to move to Gutenberg, but it got seriously held up. The humans attacked a farm near here and slaughtered everyone.
My God.
Yeah. And my brother Pavel was there at the time.
Well, I'm sorry, but who's
What
Pavel?
happened to it?
They killed him, that's what.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Don't be. He wasn't a good man. He cheated, drank like a fish, and beat his wife until the poor woman ended up jumping in the Sasau River.
Christ almighty, that's horrible.
So on top of all this running around, I have to arrange the funeral.
Well, but I'm looking for a job, actually. So, let's see if he has a quest for us.
Help with anything? I'm looking for a job.
A job? Well, I don't know. Try asking my wife Ludmilla. She'd know if anything still needs doing.
And where
Where
do I
is she?
find her?
She must be around here somewhere. Have a look for her.
Yeah, well, that's very helpful. Anyways, as you can see on our compass, up there we got this slim symbol, and that's a quest indicator. So, I now know where this Ludmilla is. And he's a poor guy. His brother is an asshole. But also got killed by the humans, and that's the next step. We're going to investigate this. So let's ask, are you Ludmilla? You look like Ludmilla. By the way, this is the hero here, or the hero that the character that you play. They said in their E3 announcement that there won't be that much character customization, maybe the hairstyle and the beard. They might change that, I'm not sure. It's still alpha and stuff like that. But since it's a kind of a set story, they it's kind of fitting that you won't be, well, customizing that by a lot. It's more like The Witcher, if you played that game. You have your set protagonist, and yeah, that's it. So let's ask her about this
I'm
work
looking for a
thingy.
job. Do you need help with anything?
Who are you?
Henry. My father was the blacksmith in Skullitz.
I'm Ludmilla. Listen, Henry, there's something I need, but you have to promise not to tell my husband, Johann.
Well,
Why not?
okay.
What's it about?
You heard about the farm the Cumins torched?
The one between Merhojed and Samopesh?
Yes, that one. They killed my brother-in-law, Pavel, there.
Sorry to hear it.
Don't be. He was a drunken scumbag who beat his wife. But he had an important paper on him that we need.
What kind of paper is it?
It's the deed for the royal courthouse in Kuttenberg, stating that Johann fulfilled his duty to his lord, Divish. We sold our holding, and now we can move to Kuttenberg. Without the deed, we're finished.
Well, right. How does Pavel? How come
Why
Pavel
did
has
that
the paper, right?
brother-in-law of yours,
Pavel,
why did he have it on him?
Johann mustn't find out about this, all right? Pavel and me had a row, and I waved the deed in front of his face and told him he'd get nothing from us. Only the bastard whipped the paper out of my hand.
Christ.
I was going to wait until he got drunk again and take it off him, only...
I understand. So you want me to find the deed?
Exactly. My brother-in-law, Pavel, had it on him, but when I found him, it wasn't on him.
I'll see what I can do then.
But I implore you, don't say anything to my husband. Johann's had a lot to deal with lately, and now he's lost his brother, too.
Well, let's ask. Well, yeah. How do I know
How
who's
will I
Pavel actually?
recognize Pavel?
He'll be dead, but you'll recognize him from the fact that he's all in green.
Yeah, he'll be dead. That was a bit macabre, but all right. I'll get your document. So this kind of is a medieval soap opera kind of thingy. Like, the asshole brother gets killed, but the poor Johann is still weeping and blah blah blah, and document got stolen, whatever. A bit of drama here, bit of kind of slight tiny bit of drama. But yeah, I know already what we have to do, and that's just move over to the torched farm. Well, it's pretty obvious that this thing got torched. Just look at the black smoke coming from it. So yeah. Let's admire the scenery for a second, though, because that's pretty cool. And this is actually a place in the Czech Republic. You can go there, and it should look exactly the same, because they built the map here of Google Maps the hate maps. So everything here the landscape should be pretty much identical to the real thing. Just the only thing that's a bit different is, of course, the forests and the roads, and of course all the what's it called, the houses and stuff like that. The villages are pretty much different now. Well, 600 years is a long time, but still, this place should be pretty much the same. So this is the torched farm, and I really want to loot these guys. I mean, look at that slick armor on this guy. Cool mail shirt, nice and spectacle helmet. Or this guy with the cool mask. I want this, but why can't I loot this guy? I want this Lamella armor. Come on, give me. But you can't. You can't even pull out the freaking arrows. Or this guy with his pretty cool mail shirt. Or like this dude, another Lamella armor. And this, well, this guy isn't really decked out. But look at all these guys. Poor peasant. Or this guy with this really cool plate leg armor. Well, that took a while to apply the texture, but still. Come on, tell me, please. Can I get the armor of your friend there, maybe?
What happened here?
Who are you?
My name's Henry. I'm from Silver Skullets.
My God. Skalitz didn't fare well. I'm Martin. And this here is my friend Miroslav. The Cumans attacked here. There were more men wounded, but Miroslav here, I'm afraid, he won't last out the night.
Yeah, okay, maybe I can help him.
Maybe you can. We don't have a field surgeon here, and wine isn't killing the pain for him anymore.
He Need something for the pain?
That's right. Something really strong. Do you know anyone who knows about herbs, healing, and the like?
I'll ask around.
Do. And please hurry.
Alright, so what actually happened to him? How's he
Doesn't
doing?
look too good.
He got an arrow in the belly, and then another 2 humans jumped him. The arrow is broken to pieces inside him.
Shit. That doesn't sound good. Hang
Well,
on.
doesn't.
Find someone.
Oh, wait a second, I should ask about
I'd
the
like to ask if anyone
document.
found a document among the dead.
Not at all. I don't know anything like that.
Well, in that case, see ya around, bro. You look like you stole the document. You know about anything about the document?
You wouldn't believe. Humans.
I heard about them. What happened?
I was just sitting in the camp, and all of a sudden they're screaming and shouting that humans are here. So we quickly got our armor on, rushed to the farm, and what do you think we saw? Humans. So we battled with them, but it was nasty.
Alright, you
I'd like
know
to ask if anyone
document
found
stuff?
a document among the dead.
A document, you say? Well, I don't know if it was a document, but Andreas found something interesting.
Andreas?
Yeah, he'll be at our camp. He's got a kind of dark green hood on him.
Alright, so now we know where the document is. Up in the camp. We could also loot Pavel and then he said, damn, he doesn't have the deed. Yeah, well, obviously, because we just know that we heard that Andreas has it. Well, Andreas, actually. I think it's, if you pronounce it German. But okay. Because as you might notice, some of the names are German. That's pretty obvious. Kind of close to Austria, this region. And it was actually a part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire once, so pretty obvious that there are some German names here. It's pretty cool. I like the history of this thing, and I kind of read through some of the events that happened in that time. I'm not 100% sure if it's the right thing that I read, but I think it's the Hussite Wars. I might link the Wikipedia thing to you in the description, so you can read through them. It was a pretty nasty business back then. Alright, so I think we have time to show off the combat for a bit, and go over to this guy. This is the arena, obviously, the people training, and this is the master sword fighter right here. I mean, look at him. He must be a master sword fighter, right? I want to learn how to sword fight.
In handling a sword.
That's commendable. But my services aren't for free. For 5 groschen, I'll teach you the basics. What do you say?
Well,
Sounds good. When do we start?
Right away if you like. Take this wooden sword and come to the arena with me.
so you have to kind of pay this guy for the tutorial, which is a bit strange, but okay. It does make sense. It does make sense. So
That thing
this is the
you have
combat
in your hand
interface.
is a sword. I'm a human, and I want to kill you. Try walking around a bit. Movement around the
As you can
battleground
see, it's
is
pretty
just as
obvious. You
important
can't
as
just
being able to swing.
Yes, stop talking. You can't just WASD, you walk around, it's pretty simple. If you sprint, you
Now let's try the basics.
break your
Aim for my head and attack.
focus. And you can also change it with the middle mouse button. If I press the middle mouse button, I can freely walk around. And I'll release to get this. So, as you can see, this 5-sided star here is the attack directions. I can move it up with the mouse, and that's something that I find a bit unresponsive for the combat, because the difference between up, right, and bottom right is just tiny, and sometimes it just doesn't want to go where you like it. And it's not that it's a problem or anything. You can also... Oh, I have to
For Christ's
slash
sake,
first.
at the head. I said at my head.
That's
That's
so...
it. Try attacking
okay.
from various angles. You can stab and chop.
Now he wants me to
You're not
attack
totally
from different
Nice. Nice.
angles.
That's right. That's right. Fine. That's enough. Now, I'll attack and you try blocking me. Hold the sword in front of you and learn to fend off various thrusts. I'll go slow
Yeah.
for now.
And that's the thing that's pretty hard to do with the mouse, because he now comes from different angles, and you have to be at the
Keep holding
correct.
the block up.
You have to kind of. I think you have to. If you have the block up, I'm not sure if you really have to be in the correct angle. Do I have to be in the correct angle? No, it's doing it automatically, I think.
That's enough. Notice how exhausting it is holding the sword above your head. Now,
Yeah.
I'll show you how master blocks. Attack!
That's pretty cool. You can parry things, so if I attack him,
See,
he
you can
parries
strike
and
only
counters.
fend it off when you see exactly where it's going. Attack!
So, slash, and I get countered.
Now you try it. Watch my backswing.
See that?
As soon as I start to come down, block.
Alright. So, let's try this.
That's it. Again.
I got it. Got it again, nice. Getting better at this.
That's it. Again.
Oh, you don't have to actually
No.
be at the correct angle.
That's it. Again.
Interesting. I think I'm getting...
Again.
No, this was too early, way too early. I think I'm getting the hang of it.
When you manage to finish off the sword, you can lunge straight away. Try it.
I did this 3 or 4 times by now, so it's okay that I kind of get the hang of it. Ah, that was a bit too late. Nope, too late.
Now I'll show you a trick or two. You can lead an opponent
All right.
by the nose. You give a few basic strikes, and when he least expects it, you attack out of rhythm. Defend yourself. I'll show you how it's done.
Alright.
Now you try it. If you link together a series of strikes, then you can attack unexpectedly. A strike like that
This
is
is-
almost impossible to fend off.
Yeah. I'm really... I can't do this. This is a thing that I really don't know how to do. So, I'm going up, right, down, left, and stab. He parries all of them, I don't know why. Left, down, left, and stab? No, that wasn't it. He's pretty good. I mean, yeah, he's a master sword fighter. Well, the master sword fighter in this camp. As you can see, the combat is pretty cool, and I can just switch to the controller. I just took the picked up the controller. The controls are pretty easy. The left stick is moving around. Right stick is changing the direction. Back button is... Well, the right hand shoulder button are attack and slash. Yeah. And that's something that I don't really understand by now. I got him now. Well, face off there. It's something that I don't get, to be honest. Alright, and now I'm out of stamina, so I have to regenerate a bit. I could put up the block. No, I can't, because it's just... Well. I see that's a thing that I don't that I just can't do. Combos might I don't know if I'm just don't understand it correctly. But it's okay. It's okay. It's an interesting concept, and as you can see against this
You can block
guy,
all you
it's
want, but it's best to evade the strongest blows. Remember,
yeah,
the blow that misses you hurts the least. I'll attack, and you
true,
evade.
true.
You mustn't move too soon. I'll see you. If you move too late, you'll get hit. Try it.
Really? I get hit if I... yeah, dodged it. It's pretty simple, you just, well, it's pretty simple from the controls. Just have to push to the side. Nope. Too early. That's something that I'm not that good at, obviously. Ah, now I got it. Jumped out of the way here. Ah, too early. Got this time. Perfect. Time for feints. These are pretty cool. You just go for a left slash, for example, hold the button, then move to the right or release it if you as soon as you switch the direction. Move up and puff. Or charge it down left and go to the right. Or charge left and go right. Charge down down left and go up. So feints is something that I can do. Usually. Puff. And smacked him in his head. Alright, come on. I got your feints now. So, can we move on now? Smacked you sometimes. Usually 3 or 4 times is enough. Ah, okay. No, I smacked him out of the zone. Oh well. That's about how the combat goes, so it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And I do think that that's it for the first episode. I'm gonna record a bit more because alt-tabbing and closing down the recording software kind of crashes the game sometimes. So I'm gonna record onwards and cut this into pieces. So I hope to see you next time. I hope you like this. And as always, auf Wiedersehen.